It's not explicitly a PSOC moment because we aren't allowed to have PSOC parties. One of my favorite moments was when Connor Shoup and other PSOC alum decided to throw a karaoke party in the middle of winter break when almost nobody would be around. But a lot of people showed up and we sang karaoke on top of somebody's mattress in their house. But everybody sang only the same song, Mambo Number Five. After the fifth Mambo Number Five, you begin to wonder what's wrong with you. But somewhere around 10 or 20, there's nothing wrong with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, recently, meaning today and a few weeks ago, when I decided to start this project, but then I procrastinated for many weeks, and now today again, I sat down with a few of our officers. Some had wonderful things to say, some were dramatic, and others straight up boring. But I come to you.
I enjoy the title. There is zero responsibility currently. I've pushed off the minimal responsibility I have on the other officers. I enjoy taking credit for the little things that I can win. I like fucking up spreadsheets. I rigged PSOC elections, including the false holidays contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. I recently sat down with some of our officers to get the scoop on what it's like to be in the Penn State Outing Club. Some would say wonderful. Some would say exhausting. And others say just flat out weird. But don't hear it from me. Hear it from everyone that I talked to today. I present to you the PSOC officers of 2020.
My name is Victoria Katwika. I am a senior in mechanical engineering here at Penn State, and I was this year's president of the Penn State Outing Club.
My name is Rifik. I'm an environmental resource management major, biological engineering minor, and recently found out environmental engineering minor as well, because they're basically the same thing, so I could get both at the same time. And I'm eating. Just flip this. It's supposed to be a North African breakfast dish.
Yeah, my name is Keaton Startoni. I am the treasurer of the Penn State Outing Club, and I'm a recreation park and tourism management major, focusing in the park management and environmental interpretation route.
My name's Andy Cook. I'm a senior studying civil engineering, graduating this semester, and I was the past outings chair. It's just such a sound club that honestly has a lot going for it. I'm heavily involved in a fraternity. I feel like whenever I'm recruiting members to my fraternity, I'm selling the fraternity on them. And if I do it successfully, I feel happy that we were able to do it. It's a fraternity. You're just basically asking somebody to pay a bunch of money to get friends. And it's fun, but not necessary either for a good college career. PSOC, on the other hand, it's there's always steady people who are going to be interested in the things that they're doing, and they're doing it because they want to do it. There's no there's none of that selling aspect. Everybody is there because they just want to go outside.
Actually, favorite moment, I don't know a specific moment, but I think my favorite times in PSOC were the officer meetings, especially when I first joined. They were pretty funny, especially with 12 people. They would take a long time, 2 hours, but they were a lot of fun.
I have really fond memories of cabin trips that we've done. We've gone to Cook State Forest, and we've also gone to the one in Black Moss Shannon was really fun. I like cabin trips because it's camping, but you don't have to try too hard. And it's just so much fun because you just spend a whole weekend with a ton of great friends, and also, yeah, you don't have to think about school that much, but also
the first board I was on, it was always a goal of mine that to have James McGovern, Sasha, and Alex Kubala laugh at least once. I don't know why. It was just because they were the hardest to get to laugh. So if you made a joke and they laughed, you knew it was good.
Cherished a lot of the. I mean, it's not just because of as an officer, but a lot of the book club, because we got into some very deep discussions. Of course, there was always disagreement, but those were a great way to like actually connect with people during this whole mess and have conversations beyond just the what is the word superficial that we often have with people that we don't quite know. I mean, deep discussions on the nature of like conservationism and things along those lines.
Maybe the Hell Hike. Yeah, it was my first PSOC hike, and we did 32 miles in one day, 12 hours. And it was just crazy that we actually did that amount of mileage. We got some bonding over our pain done, trail running, and just sitting in the car, not being able to walk the next day. It was, yeah, crazy. I love that experience.
This is a real life
and I
PSOC
bother
officer
her
meeting happening
probably
right
once a
in
month
front of
to
her
ask
eyes.
them, why should we
Take a
put
look.
off? Kept wanting to put it off. I got put on. So
Super riveting stuff. Question is, what was it like working with Ritvik?
Is this gonna be in the video?
Right? Yeah, sophomore year, because they were like, oh, like Vic and Andy have come back from New Zealand, and they were talking about like her and Andy like they were gods. And I was like, who are these people? But I finally got to know her through the officer board, and I'm glad I did.
Okay, so not gonna lie, I was telling him this whenever we were hiking last weekend, that sometimes I felt like he was showing me up. Like straight up, he was like a better vice president than I was a president. Like he would always be like texting us reminders and everything. And surprisingly, like Ritvik seems like a very like nice, you know, sweet, friendly person. But whenever he needs to call someone out, like he'll do it. He doesn't care.
I feel like people probably think we put a lot more work into it than we do. So that's one thing. I know this past semester I've barely done anything, but then in other semesters I do. We like all work together a lot, so it's really just a big bonding experience in the officer groups. Just becoming friends over running a club.
Okay, so who is your favorite officer of everyone that you worked with?
I love them all. Kate, I'm going to give the diplomatic answer. I love everyone
Equally.
equally.
I have a snarky answer. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say Ritvik because he's a very genuine person. He seems to acknowledge like the risks of our activities that we do, even ignoring coronavirus. Like he was well prepared for some of the backpacking trip I went on with him, going so far as to quote bring a muzzle in case he snored too loudly. And he pooped more than I think any person should on a one-night backpacking trip.
Abdullah.
Oh my god!
Because we all love Abdullah. He's such a dedicated member.
Wait, was this supposed to be sincere? I don't know. Mine was very much a joke. I can go back.
Sincere or a joke?
I need both. I need the combination.
Am I supposed to be sincere and he was a joke?
No, be sincere and a joke. No, be sincere first. No, be a joke first, then give me the sincere answer later. Say what you feel. It's going well.
I don't know.
The end of 2020, do you have any last words to say before you are dethroned?
No, I think I did my job to the fullest. Have no complaints or regrets.
Kate McBrayer, out.